Good evening, you're watching The Good Stuff with me, Shanakshi Chakravarti on NDTV 24/7. This time last year is when we introduced something called as The Good Stuff as a segment to bring you primarily all the stories all the good that was emerging out of this pandemic. Stories that would leave you smiling, stories that would leave you with some hope and some faith, stories of humanitarian efforts most importantly. With exactly this intention, we reintroduce this back on the channel to tell you that we need the good stuff more than ever this time amid this difficult time. Let's kickstart this good stuff with a story of a celebrity chef, Saransh Goila, the founder of the famous Goila's Butter Chicken, and somebody who has gone that extra mile to help people affected due to COVID by curating all that information one needs if one is COVID-19 positive and needs home-cooked food, freshly prepared meals by somebody from someone's house. Chef Saransh Goila is the man to the rescue who's put that spreadsheet all together. Good evening, Chef. Thank you for speaking to us. And let me begin by asking you, how are you and how's everybody around you amongst these difficult times?
Good evening, Sonakshi, and thank you first of all for having me over. I must say that we are all safe and keeping well, but of course, with immediate friends and family, there have been losses because of COVID. It has been a time of distress, considering that my entire family is based out of Delhi and friend circle is also based out of Delhi. It's been a lot of turmoil while I'm in Mumbai, and I think the cases are rapidly decreasing, and that's a good sign. Yeah, quite a devastating situation, and we are trying to do our best to help our community out.
Right. Just on that thought, Chef, to try and help people out, I think we are seeing the best of humanity in the worst of our times right now as India battles one of its worst ever seen health emergency. A quick question for our viewers who don't know, Chef, if you can go ahead and tell us, what is COVID Meals for India? It's a website that is curated specially for those who are hit by COVID-19, but at the same time need help with food, which is the most important and the most basic thing for survival. How did you come up with this idea? It wasn't too long ago, just about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. So actually, COVID, this current wave in COVID in India has created a unique problem, which means because people are falling ill in clusters, and there are many people who are falling sick, which meant that it created a unique problem where people who were isolating at home did not have home cooked food services, because their own friends and family couldn't have come to their rescue. You know, generally when you fall sick, your neighbor or your friend or your family will offer you food. But in this scenario, you're ill for a longer span of time, which means 2 to 3 weeks, you're isolated in your home, and B, you need people around you also to be okay. And hence, I started getting a lot of messages and tweets on Instagram and on Twitter that we are not being able to, find home cooked meals. Can you suggest somebody who can help us out in this situation? And that prompted me to start a Google spreadsheet, which has now become a website. It's covidmealsforindia.com, or you can WhatsApp us directly on 888-289-1316 as well. We've partnered with WhatsApp directly to make an automatic chatbot where you can WhatsApp us on this number, say a hi, and you'll be able to find food in your PIN code. What the website essentially does is it connects a COVID patient with a volunteer or a home chef directly, which means that you could be in any part of the country. Currently, we have 400 cities listed on the website. We have more than 4,000 volunteers / home chefs who are willing to help and provide these meals. Some of them are meals for charity, which means people are, you were saying something, Sonakshi.
Right. Absolutely. So the idea of this entire website was to ensure that people just maybe 2 clicks away or 3 clicks away can get freshly cooked, home cooked meals when they are surviving and recovering that deadly virus. And I also know so many people who want that, because a lot of people live alone and they don't have any help. I want to ask you, as somebody who represents Young India yourself, how important do you think it is for Young India to come out, take that step forward and help people? A lot of people at this time would want to be wary of it and stay home, which is which is advisable, but at the same time are also taking risks by helping others out. How important do you think is people who have a voice, someone like yourself, could make use of that voice?
I think, Sonakshi, I think this situation has left no choice for any of us, which means that all of us must stand up to help our community and our society, because technically the system is broken in that sense, right? COVID has really put us on the back foot,
Right.
whether it's the citizens or the government. I would not play the blame game.
Right.
The fact is that we are all on the back foot, and hence young people and youth who can sort of put themselves at slightly more risk than, let's say, adults should come
Right.
forward and help in whatever way possible. And technology actually enables us in many ways to help out of the comfort of our homes. Being a chef, I'm very, very proud to say that I've been able to use a tech platform to enable thousands of Indians to help out in a situation like this, which means people could be sitting in their home cooking 2 meals, and if they cook 2 extra meals, they're actually helping 2 extra families. And it is just that what it takes. You don't even need to take money. It's just your thought and intent.
So Chef, to wrap this up with you, but of course would love to chat more and would love to see more of what you do. Your message for our viewers watching us right now, for anybody who's watching you, and for, of course, the motto of this show is the good stuff, to really believe in all the good that's happening. You, for one, merit that, because you are up to a lot of good things when it comes to humanitarian efforts. What would be your message?
I would just like to say that every meal matters. Mother Teresa used to say that, if you can't feed 100 people, feed one. And I think that's where the heart of our community lies. You do one good deed, and in this time, it's going to go a long way. You're helping one family out. So do that deed.
Right. Thank you so much, Chef, for speaking to us, Mr. Saransh Goyla, speaking to us and talking to us about all the efforts that is going into the way. Thank you very much for speaking to us.
Thank you, Sonakshi.